Hey everyone, it's Tamara. I'm going to be giving you a little bit of information based on the methods and data section of our article. My main focus of the article is to discuss Table 1. To first start off, I'm going to give you some general information based on the data that was provided, and then it's going to lead right into who the data is about, when the data was done, and what can be proven or disproven based on the end results. The name of the survey is Differences Between Mixed and Non-Mixed Origin, Caribbean Children in the Netherlands. The survey was conducted by researchers who worked with the socioeconomic welfare and use of immigrants and integration. They are also known as the SPVA. The SPVA is the most authoritative source of policy debates and policy development on immigrants and integration. The researchers use the SPVA to do a variety of studies based on immigrant integration, such as intermarriage, Dutch language acquisition, socioeconomic status and differences in schooling, as well as the norms and the values. The survey is held periodically using the 4 largest immigrant groups in the Netherlands, and they are the Turks, the Moroccans, the Surinamese, and the Antillians. And based on the graphs that are provided, there's a combination of survey samples that were done in the following years: 1994, 1998, and 2002. And the reason the researchers combined these 3 survey sample years together into one survey was based on the fact that they needed to have enough children in mixed marriages in order to provide an equal amount of participation. The data collected is strictly based off of personal interviews these researchers in the SPVA did themselves. There's an overall 60% response rate from these minority groups. And although the minority group, the data was distributed to the 4 largest minority groups, basically 2 of the 4 were chosen as the main focus of analysis. And the reason for this was based on the fact that these 2 immigrant groups are considered of vital importance, considering what this study is based on, which is mixed or non-mixed marriages in the children. They're the Surinamese and the Antillean groups. Basically in the Netherlands, what they consider a non-mixed marriage, it's a Creole Surinamese or an Antillean respondent who is living with a black partner that was either born in the Antilles or Suriname, or whose parents were born there, while a mixed marriage is considered a Creole Surinamese or Antillean respondent who is living with a white partner who was born in the Netherlands and also has 2 Dutch-born parents. And that's how they make the difference between a non-mixed and a mixed couple. The survey was split down the line between the children's characteristics and parent characteristics, and the results were split among the mixed and non-mixed marriage respondents, as you can see in the following graph that will be displayed just momentarily. These were done by the researchers in the SPVA as well. The goal of this article and the data in general is to compare children to mixed and non-mixed marriages. Based on the results from the data, here is what was proven or disproven based on those facts. Only 28% of the children are mixed. This information confirms that black-white intermarriage is very common in the Netherlands. It also explains that children of mixed marriages are less likely or less often Surinamese. And the reason based on this is because the Surinamese are less likely to intermarry compared to the Antillians, who are. Also proven is there is a larger difference based on the characteristics of the parents. The minority parents of children of mixed marriages are, on average, proven to be higher educated. They are also not more tolerant of whites, and they are less likely to return back to the Caribbean. And based on the end results of the survey, the level of social integration of parents in mixed marriages is higher, and they live in less segregated neighborhoods than non-mixed marriage couples. And that pretty much explains the data that was provided through the article, at least for the data and methods section. I know it's really hard to understand and you're probably confused, and basically the way that they do things in the Netherlands and how they put out their data is completely different than what we are used to in the United States. They do everything in percentage wise, and basically it was really hard at first to follow along, and that pretty much just sums up the gist of table 1, and I'm just going to go ahead and let the next speaker go ahead and finish off. Thank you.